Imagine waking up one morning, stepping outside, and finding yourself in ancient Rome, surrounded by togas and chariots. Or perhaps you push a button and suddenly land in the year 3000, where robots rule the world. Sounds like science fiction, right? But what if time travel was actually possible? Scientists and physicists have debated this idea for decades. Albert Einstein's theory of relativity suggests that time isn't as rigid as we think. In fact, time can stretch, shrink, and even bend under extreme conditions, like traveling at the speed of light. Technically, astronauts aboard the International Space Station experience a tiny bit of time travel. Because they orbit Earth at high speeds, time moves slightly slower for them than for people on the ground. This is called time dilation. But what if we could travel back in time? Here's where things get tricky. The grandfather paradox is one of the biggest headaches in time travel theory. Imagine going back in time and accidentally preventing your grandfather from meeting your grandmother. If that happens, how would you have been born in the first place? Some scientists propose the many worlds interpretation, where changing the past creates a parallel universe. So instead of erasing yourself, you just create a new timeline where events play out differently. But how could we travel through time? Theoretically, wormholes, shortcuts through space-time, could allow time travel. But there's a catch. They're incredibly unstable and might collapse before anyone could step through. And even if we did figure it out, could we really change the past? Some theories suggest that history corrects itself. No matter what you do, events will always find a way to play out as they originally did. But what about traveling into the future? This might be more possible than we think. If we could build a spacecraft that moves close to the speed of light, time for the passengers inside would slow down dramatically compared to people on Earth. Meaning, if they traveled for just a few years inside the ship, centuries could pass outside. Theoretically, this means we could visit the future, but coming back to the present would be a much bigger challenge. Some theories even suggest that black holes might hold the key to time travel. If someone could safely enter the event horizon of a black hole, time would move much slower for them compared to the outside world. But escaping a black hole? Well, that's another story. So, is time travel possible? For now, it's a fascinating mystery. While science has proven that time can be stretched and manipulated, we are still far from controlling it the way science fiction imagines. But maybe, just maybe, the answers are waiting for us somewhere in time. Until next time, or last time, or any time,